it was, but I think it was a video of you and maybe Etheru. I could be wrong, but you guys were kind of talking about like your experiences. You guys were like, I think it was a house that like had cameras on the inside. That was you, right? Or was that somebody else?
I think that was someone else. I don't remember
Because it
if
was
this.
like you. I think I don't know.
I think I know what you're talking about when Musa and Efaru were together, and it was like, I
Okay,
came back
maybe that's what
after
we're
that.
thinking about.
Yeah, I came
Okay.
back after that.
Oh, okay, that's what I was thinking about. Okay, because it was, I thought it was you. So okay, so because I thought it was like, I thought I seen a video with you too where you were saying that he like gave Musa the green light to just kind of like take it.
Okay, basically what we watching right here. Um, Thank you again for joining me. This is Born, cloud chasing at an all-time high. I ain't got no spill. I just keep it all the way real. Um, we here with YouTuber Neek at Night. Um, she's interviewing one of the victims of the Nature Boy cult, Tori Evolving. I'm not too familiar with her. A lot of these people in the Nature Boy cult, I'm really not that familiar with, but I am familiar with the cult. I am familiar with Nature Boy. Um, so yeah, let's just get further into this testimony.
That didn't happen at that time. That happened in Malinke, and I was pregnant at that time, and um, yeah, he woke. It was like 2 a.m. and he was like woke me up. And he was trying to have sex, and I was like, I don't want to have sex. And he's just like, you're my wife. You're supposed to do what I say. Chief said, like, he's telling me what another man told him. Like, Chief said, you're supposed to do this. And I'm like, I don't care. Like, no, I don't want to do this. I want to sleep. I'm pregnant. I'm tired. I just want to go to sleep. And he's like, no, no. He's like, really? He's like, I'm going to just fucking take it. I'm going to just take it. And I was just like, you going to have to fight me for it. And I was like,
Yeah, there's allegations that Nature Boy basically used to tell his underlings and followers that it was all right, that if a woman didn't want to, that it was all right to forcibly take it, and all kind of sick stuff like that. So that's what she's referring to.
just going back and forth like that. And then like he fought me for it. He fought me for it. It's not funny, but yeah, he fought me for it. And I just he I was crying, and so then he stopped. He stopped. He was just like mad. He's just like, I can't even keep my dick hard with you doing all that. And
Yeah,
so
I remember a story like that. I don't. I could have sworn, yeah, but that's horrible. I mean, I know in hindsight, like you're looking back and you're like, um, laughing at it now, but I
it's not.
can imagine how
You know,
like,
it's like a nervous laugh. It's not funny at all.
yeah, like going
Not,
through. So I'm gonna put up a few videos that I was able to pull up of you together with the group. Um, the first one, it's a song, so I'm not gonna play the audio. But I think you were pregnant here, and it was like the I guess enlightened music video that you guys
yeah,
did.
yeah.
So I'm gonna show that, and then you could just kind of tell us like where this was in your journey, and
And yeah, they said they mentioned she was pregnant. I'm not sure if she was pregnant with Nature Boy's child. I know he did get a few women pregnant. I don't know if she's one of them. So yeah, but when I find out information as I go, I'll let you guys know.
um, what you felt like at the time.
I
Uh,
had, I remember this. I had just came back. I had left, and then I came back again. Um, I was at the end of my pregnancy. I was maybe 36 weeks pregnant, and yeah, I had just flown back. He's like, I want to be there. I want to have my baby. I'm like, okay, like yes, I want my family. I want the same thing. Like I just don't like being there. That was just like the theme of it always. I want my family, but I don't want to be there. I don't want to be a part of the group anymore. It's just not for me. And they did that music video. Just It was just another music video for their music, and they decided to put me in it because I was at the end of my pregnancy, and they were happy that I was back.
Oh, okay. I think you came towards the end of it. Hold on.
Yeah.
I was trying to show the people you in it. Okay, so that's true. Oh, there you go, right there.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that probably would explain it. That might be her baby father right there, gushing over the baby. Um, but like I said, with Nature Boy's cult, you never do really know. You know what I'm saying? They probably gonna have to run a DNA test on that baby for real. But yeah.
Okay, so there was an infamous video of when you decided to leave or want to leave. But I don't want to rush to get to that point because I know it's so much
Or
in between. So before we get to that point, is there anything that you went through that that gets us to that point where you feel like, you know what, I'm done, I am ready to just exit, I don't want to be here, I'm totally like going.
there were so many instances like that. I feel like me and Chief were always at odds. It became like, oh, before I get into that, I do want to clarify something
Okay,
because
go ahead.
Kendra got us out here looking like we walking around with shitty booties, and
Oh.
I love you, Kendra. That was, let me explain that. That was a rule,
The
but
piece of the toilet
he
paper blew me, okay, it really
and
did.
I'm reading the comments like, oh, hold on. No, he
Okay.
did that because there's like 20 of us and we're going through toilet paper. So he's like, if your ass is that shitty and you have to use more than this, just get in the shower and clean your ass. That's what it became. Like, if you gotta use like half the roll of toilet paper to wipe your ass, just go take a shower. It wasn't like you had to use six. It's like, be mindful. If you using more than just go wash your ass. That's
Yeah,
what it.
'cause I was looking like,
I know. I'm like, hold on. Let me clarify that real quick. And the
because I
other,
was listening to the testimony and I was like, how horrible can that be to have six squares? You don't get it all, and you walking around
no, ma'am. No,
flat.
no. I'm like, they got us out here looking dirty. No, no, that's not it. The other thing is, you're gonna have to get me back on track. I'm sorry. What
Okay,
was the
so
question?
we'll back up because I was kind of getting to the point where you and
So yeah, basically, it's gonna be kind of hard to prove that Nature Boy did things to these women against their will because these women seem like they was willing participants for all of it. I'm just being honest, you know.
you were ready to like leave, but I know there's so much in between there, so I don't want to like rush your
Okay,
story. I want you
right,
to like give us the build up into that point, like, and just share your experience.
right. It was just me seeing how manipulative he was. I experienced that my first night, and then bringing other women in. Aya came in shortly after me. This woman named Essence came the day after I came in. Just seeing how he would break the women when they would come in. So I got my experience of being berated and called a liar for 2 hours after I opened up about a traumatic experience, and then Aya comes in, and she opens up about her juicy experience, and then he goes in on her. It wasn't I. Yeah, he's going in on her about being a prostitute or whatever the case may be. Whatever your vulnerable spot was, he would try and break you with that. And he did that with every woman that came in. And then just seeing how he was always starting arguments and how like he just became like things like that. Um, how he would talk.
I mean, once again, you know, I don't know if you want to say they signed up for it, but a lot of these women, um, they actually saw um, that same behavior on social media before they even, you know, physically got there with Nature Boy. So let's keep that in mind when when she's saying what she's saying.
To Grace, I remember she was in labor, and nobody knew she was in labor. We didn't know, but she just was looking really sick at this point. She was losing weight. She just wasn't looking good. Um, And it was just that day she was just in her tent all day, stomach like she just kept complaining of her stomach hurting. And none of us have had children before. She's the first person to have her child, and so we, none of us thought like, oh, you're in labor. But he called a family meeting and he's like, yo, you need to leave because if you get you, I don't want you dying here. Pretty much, she looked so bad that he was like, if you die here, everybody's gonna blame me for it. Like, I want you to leave. So she was crying and she was like, I don't want to leave, I don't want to leave. And I just remember just feeling so bad after that when she ended up having her baby because I didn't say anything in that moment. And I honestly, I was just tired. I felt so tired of constantly speaking up, and then I'm sticking up for you, and then I ended up getting chewed out for 2 hours too, and then like I did it for what? Because then you end up calling me stupid too, like. So I just remember just feeling so guilty, and they left shortly after she had the baby, and I just remember crying about that. But yeah, it was just a lot of instances seeing him start arguments, seeing him causing some type of chaos. It could never be peace, never be peace.
And like I said once again, um, those same characteristics were already known to you know to the world pretty much. I think even by the time that this young lady got there, right? Because I don't even think she's the first wave of the carbonation people, but who knows? I mean, she might have been one of the first ones. Like I said, I don't really know, but I did hear some of her story, and she met him on social media, so you know.
He never wanted us to sleep, and then it started weighing on me more after I had my daughter. I just remember him trying to call another midnight meeting that's gonna last to 3 a.m., 4 a.m. about some trivial bullcrap, and he was having another meeting, and I just had my baby. My daughter is maybe 3 weeks old, and it's midnight, and I'm like, I'm gonna go put my baby to bed. And it became an argument of me wanting to put her to sleep and not sit in this nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, you know what, just go do it. And just seeing like how he was always trying to create a scenario, just seeing how he started passing the women back and forth a lot. And like and Panama really started to break me down because he was like really trying hard to have me as his wife. I just had my baby, and like he would say like slick things like, oh, like I think you belong to me, or Musa doesn't like Musa Beta. Like he was just like as in passing, he would say stuff like that to me. um and I would tell my husband, I'm like, Musa, he's doing this, he's saying this. And just hearing him rationalize how it's acceptable was really starting to get to me even more. Like, I'm telling you, he's pushing up on me. I'm not going for it. And you're telling me I should be grateful that he's attracted to me. Like, that was how he started rationalizing.
And to the fellas, right? And to the fellas in the cult, I'm just wondering, like, what kind of man or human being do you have to be to basically get emasculated by another man so far as that he could just walk up and take your woman? It's a weird practice, and so I'm just wondering what kind of mind control could he have possessed to been able to do that.
Yeah, after having conversations with him. And then it's yeah, he was just very manipulative. Um, he had called a meeting with the women, and then he said that he envisioned all of us as his wives and the men as eunuchs, meaning like they don't have penises, they don't have sex with the women, and we just all belong to him. And all the women are just listening to this, and they're just like, yeah, and I was just like,
So, oh, sorry, go ahead.
go ahead.
So like, okay, so when you were listening to this and he's saying all of these things about like all of you guys belong to him, the men just get to tuck their tails and just watch all of it go down. Was there a point when you guys really truly felt like, because he taught like that he was your higher self, like did you really feel like, okay, he is some like higher being, like close to God type of thing?
for me, I think that was the challenge of why I was always the outsider in the group, because I couldn't get to that level of brainwashing. For the most part, like I still had my manipulation going on, but I could never. I always like I have my own moral compass. Like, yes, okay, I get it. Like you're like it was. I could never completely understand you being my higher self when I have God. like it just the way that he started switching the message between everyone having God within it and then him being that sole God, it just didn't resonate with me and I couldn't envision it, and so we were always fighting